Steve, I am not going to call this person a guest this week. One, to not inflate his ego, and two, we paid him to basically be on this show. Well, sort
So
of.
he's our first ever
Yes,
correspondent.
he is our first ever correspondent. We have
Been
those
waiting for
now.
years for that to happen. That's great.
So
Some people might be jealous.
yes, definitely. Our correspondent this week is Mr. Eric Sion, my dear friend, also a Penn State alum, all around good person. Usually happy to be wrong. Eric, how are you?
Very happy to be wrong.
Very
And I'm
happy to be
pessimistic
here.
about Penn State.
Okay, so we sent you out on a mission. Well, I sent out a blurb to the world and said, does anybody want to go to the IMAX thing? And I don't know why I didn't think to just text you first, because you are the biggest movie goer that I know of. We see the background with all the superheroes. And I don't know why I didn't think to text you, but you were like, I'll do it. And you did. So here's what I want to know. Why did you want to go see Penn State football on IMAX? Let's start there.
Well, I thought doing you a favor.
No.
You're my
Good
friend. I think you asked me like sarcastically. You probably thinking
I didn't think you were going to say yes. No.
Yeah. No, but I didn't even know about that until you texted me about it. And then when I was there, I ran into our other mutual friend, Maddie Pryor, there, and we were both saying like we did not see this really promoted that well. So no, and I thought it would be cool to just see it in a different way, a different format, instead of just Peacock on my small TV. So yeah, I thought it was fine. It was just cool seeing it like on a big screen like that.
We had trouble. The main thing that we had trouble with was buying your ticket. So for whatever reason, most of the other IMAX theaters that were showing it had it listed, but it was not till Thursday night that you had texted me. I think Wednesday or Thursday that the tickets were available.
It was Wednesday night when I finally just checked it and it showed tickets are now available for purchase. So yeah, it was just a few days before kickoff.
So you're driving to the movie theater. This is obviously the first time you've ever driven to a movie theater. Were your to watch a Penn State football game? Were your expectations met? Exceeded? Where would you rate? Underwhelmed?
It was a little underwhelming in terms of there were only maybe like 13 or 14 other people there, and it was all Penn Staters. Obviously, being in New Jersey, playing a team like Washington, you're not going to have many Washington Husky fans there. So it was all Penn Staters, and like it was kind of awkward because we were all sitting there watching, and if a good play would happen, there'd be some like clapping, but it wasn't like a sports bar or another public setting where people like cheering at the top of their lungs. There was one woman who was a little more into it than the rest of us. But yeah, it was pretty chill.
Did she sneak some alcohol in or what?
What was that?
Did she sneak some alcohol in or what?
No, I think she was just a passionate fan.
Okay.
And she was just really into it. Like every play, she was like, "Go Nick" or "Go Katron." So no, that was entertaining, and it was just cool. I mean, seeing James Franklin's like shiny bald head on a big IMAX screen, that was something. So yeah, I'd say my expectations were maybe a little underwhelming. And I know, Darian, you were tweeting about this morning, like the broadcast itself. That's a whole other story. Was like hearing Colt McCoy's like subpar analyzing on a big screen like that was interesting, but it was good. It was enjoyable.
So was there anything special different about the broadcast that you felt that, I mean, you've watched however many Penn State football games. Was there anything that felt different than a traditional broadcast?
No, it was literally just taking what you would put on your TV, on your phone, on the Peacock app, and just throwing it on a big screen. And this was just a regular IMAX screen. I know they have the other ones that are like massive. This was just a regular IMAX one. So it's not like the sound or the picture was like super, the quality was like that much better. It was really just sticking it on a bigger screen and in a theater with a lot of seats, most of them empty. Yeah. So yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's what I wondered when we were watching, right? There was only, again, we talked about the broadcast itself being kind of underwhelming, right? Mm-hmm. So they certainly weren't sending two crews there. So, but I kept looking for the shot that was like some sweeping big shot that would work on a screen that would differentiate it for the folks who were watching on IMAX. And I don't think that was there either. It was just, so I mean, like, it's cool that they try stuff, but if you're going to try it again, give the folks there something. If you're going to do it IMAX, give me something that looks like it works in IMAX, something.
Yeah, it was just the regular broadcast, just throwing on a bigger screen. So
here's my question: movie theater, were there previews? No previews.
No, it was just before the game. Darren, I think I sent you the picture. It just said Penn State versus Washington, like shown in IMAX. So, and I was wondering going in, were they going to dim the lights like a regular movie theater? No, they kept the lights on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they kept the lights on. Obviously, people going in and out on their phones.
Okay.
It's different. It's not a regular movie where everyone has to phone away, everyone be quiet. So people are going in and out the whole time, talking, because it's obviously just a sports game. Different setting.
Were
It felt weird being in there
commercials?
without trailers. Oh yeah, it had to be commercials, right?
Yeah, so no trailers, no previews. The game just started and they, did, who was it, Paul, whatever, and
Paul
Colt McCoy, just like, welcome to State College. They did their whole intro. Here's the thing. During the commercials, it was this, you could ask Maddie about this later because we were cracking up about it. It was just a gray screen with like now streaming on Peacock, The Fall Guy, that movie with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. Another what's the one with the singers with Snoop Dogg? And another movie. Just these three, not even a rotation. Just now on Peacock, now streaming on Peacock. These three. They didn't rotate any other promoting any other programs, and it was this jingle, this song that was stuck in my head on the drive home. That was just over and over and over. So. Yeah, that was weird. Like, you'd think Peacock NBC would want to advertise like other programs, other things they have going on. Nope.
What about halftime?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
They showed for the first half of halftime, it was just that same gray screen with promoting those three programs. But then they finally went to the studio show with Maria Taylor, Nicole Auerbach, and who was it, Josh Perry and Matt Castle. I don't know who else is there. And they did like highlights, the typical halftime show. But that was only for part of it. But every commercial, no, there was no commercial. It was just this screen promoting the three programs or movies and that one musical tune just on repeat throughout.
That's wild.
Can you hum it for us?
I could bring it up. I did the SoundCloud, so I could pull it up on my phone.
Oh my god. For those of you that don't know Eric, which is pretty much all of you, Eric has that SoundCloud app on his like homepage of his iPhone. He's
like the old one where you can identify songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed that from my smartphone. See, that's an old guy, young guy. That was the coolest trick of phones.
It's called All of Me, and it's even got like the peacock thing. It's this. I don't know if you can hear it.
I will grab it.
He'll pump it.
I'll pump it in. I will pump it in. Okay.
It's just a very basic like tune. That was it.
Would you do it again?
So me, I don't like to go to games in person or go into like watch it at a bar or whatever if I think we're gonna lose, because then I'll be around people. It'll annoy me. Like, I'll just be in a bad mood around other people. I'd rather be in like the isolation of my own home. So I would go again if it was like this, like a game that we were pretty much, we were gonna win. It was not a obvious win, but like we were with 2 touchdown favorites. Right. So if it was something like that, I would probably go again.
What would be the biggest change you would make to make the experience better?
I mean, it's just a sporting event, so I don't know what they would do. You mean like what?
Like if
he would do?
Like, what would you want from NBC to make it feel a little bit more special? Because what you're saying to me is like it didn't necessarily. What I'm hearing is it didn't necessarily feel any different than just watching it on anywhere else.
Right. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything else. I mean, the commercial thing was honestly very, very. That's like the biggest takeaway of the actual broadcast itself. Was this commercial was just. They didn't wrote like they have so many different programs and movies and documentaries and stuff. Why wouldn't they like advertise that? That's just, I guess, a criticism. It's not really something that I want. It's just like the biggest thing I could take away from the presentation itself.
What food did you have? Did you have any food?
I got AMC, they have those flatbread pizzas. which I actually like.
Mhm.
So I got one of those.
Okay. Now, just to be clear to everybody listening, this is a guy who used to eat Subway all the time. So that's all I'll say about that.
I still get Subway every now and then, and Jersey Mike's. You know,
Nothing wrong with Jersey Mike's. It's Subway that's the issue.
You don't like Subway?
No, it tastes like plastic.
Darian and Anna always make a point to like make fun of me for liking Subway.
It tastes like
So-
plastic.
The
But
one
you
by
gave the
me.
wrong answer on if you would go again, because the right answer would have been Darian, when are you paying again?
Yeah.
So just so you know.
Well, so I do think it's funny. We do need to tell the I'll let you tell the seeing Maddie story because Anna and I have a different spin on that story. So explain for those people know who Maddie is, because Maddie comments on our podcast a lot and is one of our super fans, if you will. So explain the running into Maddie Pryor and what that experience was like.
No, it was I was sitting. You know, I get the top row in the middle because
Okay.
with movie theaters, I just like being on the top because it's just like no one can bother you behind you. And then I saw her walk in with Mike, her husband, and you know the game was going on and stuff, or it was getting started. So I didn't want to like yell for her and kind of interrupt. So I waited for like a commercial at one point, and then I went and like just surprised her. That was it. I didn't know that she was going to be there. This was not planned. I just saw her there.
I was laughing because Anna texted me during we're sitting together at the game and goes, "Oh, Maddie's seeing it at IMAX." And I was like, "Wait a second, Eric and Maddie kind of live near each other." And then that was when we realized that you and two were together. So I thought that was funny. Okay, that's all we wanted. I sent you a gift card for your food, so you can't expense anything, is what I'm telling you here.
I used it for the pizza and the soda.
Okay.
Again, so thank you for that.
Okay. So hopefully that covered the cost, because we love you.
I was gonna ask to reimburse me for gas, but
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'll Venmo you 5 cents per gallon.
it's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for hanging out. Anything else you want to add?
You're welcome. No, if you need me to go and correspond elsewhere,
Okay.
See, we're going to start building up our correspondent group. That's great.
yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I have the
Hopefully he can write. Maybe the guy who taught him writing, he'll be okay.
He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah, I could write something up. So yeah, no, it was enjoyable. I'm actually glad you like mentioned it, because it was, if I had not gone then I would have wanted to go to check it out. So I'm glad that I went.
At least you got an experience out of it. I guess,
Right, exactly. It was
instead of
something
just sitting on the
different.
couch, yeah.
Yeah, so it was interesting, and I would do it again depending on the opponent. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Well,
Greg, very much.
All right, no problem.